Hi, new podcast,
Hello.
Hello.
episode 121. Yay! Where were we? Nadine sucks.
Nadine's dead.
But at least she
Um,
killed the spawn.
True.
yeah. What was I? So that was my point. Like she started to almost regret everything while she was on or after Harold died, I guess. So she told Harold to fuck off. Like I'm going to see Flag. You're you know, you're a chess pawn and you've just been captured. And then, like, as soon as Harold dies, she's like starting to regret everything all of a sudden, where she never did before. Like, why
Well,
now?
it was after he impregnated her for less of a graphic word.
No, before that, yeah, after he raped the shit out of ghost raped her,
Yeah,
whatever that
yeah.
was. Uh, but she was starting to like question her decisions before that, and then that was just like that's the one that put her in the La La Land that she never came back from, except for like 2 seconds where she ran up. Well, he pushed her out that window, right?
Yeah. He threw her off the roof.
I mean, somebody needs anger management classes. All
Yeah.
she said was a couple things, and he fucking lost his shit.
Also, she was with him for like a day, and she already knew how to trigger him that much.
I mean,
He has an easy trigger.
most immature despots are easy to trigger.
That's also very true.
You just challenge their authority and their manhood, and you'll be all right. You'll get thrown out the window before you know. Yeah, because Lloyd was like, "Oh, I guess there's a cover story there." That he's not like, "Oh, I threw her out." Would it be better if you threw her out, or because Lloyd thinks that she got one over on him, and that's not good because he's already thinking a couple people got a couple over on him.
Well, getting one over on him would be jumping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
escaping with his child and killing
right.
his child right under
Because
his nose.
to your point, he loses either way. Like either she jumps or you lost your temper and you threw her.
Yeah. I don't think, I
I,
mean, either way is not good. Either way is getting one over on him because either you're taking care of it yourself or he's doing it.
yeah, or yeah. The other way is I killed my own kid. Oops. I mean, but this is the guy that crucifies people that what was he doing? Smoking meth or crack or something. So if you're a fear monger, then that's a pretty good way to make sure people listen to you. Oh, wait a minute. That is so religious. He killed his own kid. Who do we notice done that?
Again, it also feels very much. I don't know too much about history, but it feels like. Never mind. That would be an assumption. It feels like something a dictatorship would also do.
Something what?
Yeah.
Something that a dictatorship would also do.
Oh yeah, because then if they kill, yeah, because if your kid kills you, then they're the king. So you got to kill them so they can't kill you to be king.
Right. Oh yeah, maybe I meant monarchy.
Yeah, it's complicated. You never know who you're going to have to kill. Just ask
It's very
Caligula.
scary.
Uh, that's a very stressful way to go about things. But I think if I was him, I would rather have people think that I killed him than they got one over on me. But
Well,
either
either
way,
way, they got one over on him. Is my point.
yeah. And Lloyd's finally like, okay, maybe this guy isn't perfect. Like, oh, really? You figuring that out? Trash Can Man is in his inner circle, and that guy is about as unstable as it gets, apparently. He was just kind of a happy firebug. Now he's like, oh, he's dangerous. He's blowing up shit because
Well,
he's having like mental flashbacks where he thinks he's in a different fucking time period.
they're realizing that he's lethal to anyone. He doesn't care what side you're on. He just wants to burn.
Yeah, fucking just a perfect Rage Against the Machine song for that. Bomb track. I want to watch you burn. Like the new movie did not have that playing when we saw Trash Can Man, and I was very upset.
Does it have it in the old one?
The sun didn't exist in the old one.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That's a good point. I forgot regiments that they were like the 2000s,
Well, it wasn't far off. I think in '92 was
90s.
their seminal, their debut album. '90 was the TV show, so they almost made it.
Oh,
Who is it? Is it the judge? Wait, who is it that's yelling at the crow at the window? Is it the judge?
yeah. Shouldn't have. I mean, obviously we knew that wasn't gonna happen, but should have trusted his judgment, I guess.
I mean, would it have been that simple?
No,
I
of
think
course not.
I think the judge was overestimating the crow's consciousness. I guess just because you're
I,
killing that doesn't mean you're killing the guy behind it.
no, I do think it was. Well, I guess that's a good point. My interpretation is that was a representation of Flag, and if you shoot him, you could shoot Flag.
Well, when we see Flag later on traveling, he's like traveling with a magic eye. So well, no, that's what I was going to say. He's astral projecting, which is
Mm.
dangerous also, but you can't. Well, I don't know. What are the rules on that?
I mean, either way, the bird was definitely. I mean, maybe it was a real bird just afraid of losing its life. But again, my interpretation of that scene is Flag was startled. Either way, he did surprise him, which surprised me because that's when you start to see Flag is kind of losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cracks are all starting to show up at once, huh?
hmm
Tabby was probably like, dude, 1,000 pages. Let's wrap this shit up.
Like, just 1,000 more, I promise.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm like halfway there. Hold on.
Oh
I just got to the good part. So I forgot what my point was, but fuck, just had a brain fart.
my god, I just
So
forgot what we were talking about too.
yeah,
It's
I'm
contagious.
trying to find.
I know we were talking about Nadine.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chapter. Like so, that yeah, I'm thinking it's a goodbye, Mother Abigail. You all get the fuck out of here. We kind of already covered that, so now I have to go past that.
I'm telling you, man, like Ali, I'm curious if when you read this again in the future, like if you'll feel similarly to how I felt. Because the first time I read this, my emotions, it's like I guess not knowing what's gonna happen. My emotions about it were so different than this time. I'm like, but not in a bad way. Like I have new emotions this time.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure, because, like, that definitely happened with it, and I love rereading his stuff because you catch so many more things that, like, those little Easter eggs that he drops, right?
Oh my God,
For
yeah.
the
There's
you
so many.
reread.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
almost have to read them more than once. You're like, okay, the first one's just like, okay, so that's what that was. Now let's read it for real.
Uh,
Because
So it'll definitely be
it's a
interesting,
different.
but no, just saying, like, it'll definitely be interesting, and, like, the tower
oh my
is
God.
definitely going to be the most impactful in that sense, probably.
Yeah.
But they're, they're so long.
Oh yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah.
my
I don't
God, you've only
expect.
read that once? Oh, you got
Of course. That was.
Tower?
Are you being serious?
no.
Oh, okay. I was like, that was the whole point.
Yeah. So was the tower like that for you too when you read it the second time?
Oh my God, yeah. Like I felt like I said that in every podcast. I'm like, the first time I read this, I felt this way, but now I feel this way.
It's a different read. It really is. Because he makes it, and if there's not enough Easter eggs, he goes back like 10 years later and puts some more in there.
What made me think of it specifically was my connection to Mother Abigail. Like the first time I read this book, I loved her. I was like, oh, she's so great. She's going to help them. She brought them all together. She's their hero. We need her. And then she left and she died. And I was like, I was really sad and I didn't understand and I was confused. I was like, what's going to happen though? And like, obviously knowing what's going to happen this time, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Take her or leave her. Get out of here. Like, we don't need you.
I never really liked her. I mean, yeah, and by the way, they're both from Nebraska. What are the
I know.
chances
I
of
think
that?
that's funny.
Hmm, something's a little hokey there.
That's why I wrote it down.
Yeah, I never really liked her. I don't know. She was kind of. I guess I never connected with her.
This time it's not that I don't like her, but there's nothing about her, like you said, yeah, I don't connect to her. There's nothing about her that I like. There's nothing wrong with her, I
Right?
guess, but
I don't not like her. There's just nothing about her I like.
right.
I don't, I, it is my first read, so I guess I'm in that I like her because she has brought all the good people together. But she was so old that I was like, she's never going to actually serve a purpose other than being the congregation point for all the good people.
Right.
Right. She's like Moses, gonna die before we get to the promised land.
Moses did a lot more than Mother Abigail.
Oh, there you go. Back to the freaking wait, which one is it? What's the movie?
Oh, Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about that.
One of the best animated movies of all time.
Maybe we need to watch that next time you're here. I got Disney Plus. Wait, wait a minute.
It's
We had that discussion too.
right, but
Um,
DreamWorks.
so I need. What do I need for DreamWorks? Is
I
there a
have no
DreamWorks?
idea.
I'm not paying for more. My God.
I
I downloaded an app just so I would know what's on all my apps without having to look at each one.
feel like Peacock would probably have something like that. They have a lot of like movies lately.
Either Peacock or Prime, probably.
That's true. Oh yeah, Prime probably has it for sure.
Prime has everything if you want to buy it. So like
Did
it's
you
on
know
Prime. I'm like, great. And they're like, rent or buy. I'm like, fuck.
Boogeyman is on Prime right now? I'm like, well, not as of 2 months ago, I promise you.
The old one?
Yeah, because we just watched it last night at Matt's house.
Those assholes. Really? Oh,
Yeah.
it was you the whole time. What do you think?
He found it boring, but that I didn't think he would love it. I just wanted to show him because it's nostalgic to me.
It's kind of a slow burn. It's more of a mind fuck than anything else.
Yeah, and it's got that mid 2000s horror feel to it where it really either you had to have loved it
Yeah.
at the time to love it now, or you just have to really love horror because it can be hard to get through.
Yeah, the middle parts where they over explain everything.
Yeah.
Or they go back to, well, that movie started in his childhood where they go back where this stuff happened and they find out that their parents were doing it too, or some
And I
shit.
mean, you and I were talking through it the whole time too. Like I was commenting, the acting is pretty bad. A lot of the sets are not great. Like it's campy, but I loved it because of that.
Yeah, that guy isn't great. I don't remember him being that bad. I
He
was like,
has
ooh.
one face the entire movie, so.
Yes, he does.
Uh,
They're like, what the fuck? Does he smell shit? What is he doing?
yeah. But anyway,
Anyway,
it's on Prime now, so yeah.
have you seen that one, Alan? Boogeyman? I'm sure we asked you that.
The 2005 one with Emily Deschanel.
I think that was the one I saw like in theaters when it came out, but I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then we started a whole Deschanel spiral.
Well, yeah.
I
We
think like the next week after, or this week after you left, I saw them on like 5 different TV shows and talk shows. I'm like, what is going on?
It's just that effect, whatever that thing is called.
The
The
Deschanel
the
effect.
the red car
The
effect.
Yeah, I remember what that one is. Yeah, when you see a Volkswagen, then you see 100 Volkswagens.
Hmm.
So great. Life of Chuck is I think coming out soon. I don't even remember what that. I think that's a guy that lives backwards. I don't remember
Is
exactly
that
what
a
that was
Stephen
about.
King thing?
Yeah, that's in the If It Bleeds
Oh,
with
right, you said that.
the phone, Mr. Harrigan's
Mr.
phone,
Harrigan's phone, yeah.
which we watched, and I don't remember it. I don't
That,
ever remember I don't think there was a secret to that, right? Because like
I don't remember
wait,
either.
am I allowed to talk about that? How it's only like 4 or 5 years old.
Just say spoilers and they'll know.
Right. Spoiler alert. So the phone is ringing in the coffin the whole time, and you think it's the dead guy calling them, but I don't remember if we ever figure that out or if it just stops happening.
Yeah, we watched that movie. I don't remember what happened.
I read the story, I watched the movie, and I don't fucking remember it.
Is that Stephen King or Joe Hill?
Stephen King.
You ask.
Oh,
Okay, if you ask my dad, it's the same thing, right? Or,
okay.
well,
I
not
mean,
No,
actually.
it's
You know
not
what?
even the
That's
same.
not what I mean. But never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
Joe
definitely.
Hill does have a similar story though, so I was like, wait, what?
That's because he's a thief.
That's what I meant. My inference was that Joe Hill only is what he is because of Stephen King.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
which is nothing.
Damn.
I, I
Some guy
still
who
enjoy writing.
no, he's I don't no I don't mean to
I know
disrespect
you're
his
teasing. Yeah.
talent, but I his everything of his is like I like the idea, but the execution just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I guess it's
He
because
should
he's not his dad. I don't know.
he should give his dad the ideas.
I don't
Right
know, heart
there you
box.
go. Be like, hey,
Hold
Dad,
on.
write this.
Sorry, Allie. What
What?
were you saying?
Heart shaped box definitely got me like that. It thoroughly creeps me out. I loved that book.
I haven't read that one.
That's
It
isn't that like a Poe thing, like Telltale Heart or something?
kinda, yeah.
I haven't read any of them, so let's see. I saw he started doing
Wait, you
music
haven't read
after.
any of his books?
I've seen the movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not a read.
I just assumed you had read them.
I read, I think The
That's like
Fireman. I read
saying The
one of them.
Shining is the same as The Shining book.
Right.
Uh,
They're not different. What do you mean? There's not
Mr.
one thing different that happens in them.
The movie has to be exactly
oh,
like the book.
Well, yes, not always, but I mean,
Yeah, it's not. That's the point.
the people are there to see the book that they read, not what you interpreted it as. Like the Dark Tower guy. Well, this is a different level of the tower that doesn't have Eddie and Susanna. Well, nobody wants to see that one. We're not here because of a level that didn't include them. But what's the one? Lock and Key. He came from graphic novels, so I have read that.
Mm.
I've read the graphic novels, but not the books that he's written. And it's an okay idea. Do you guys know it? It's on Netflix. I don't know if you guys.
What is it called again?
Lock and
Lock
Key.
and Key.
Like their name is Locke, and they inherit a house that their dad died in. It's very Stephen King. Um, go figure. And they find keys, and all the keys do different. They unlock different like magic doors. One's like a time travel. One's like a teleport. One's like you can step inside your own head, I think. So I love the idea of that, but watching it, I was just like, this is kind of boring. Like they weren't, it was, and I don't know honestly if it's him or the adaptation. It just wasn't moving. Like I wanted to get into it, but I didn't.
Yeah, it happens.
And every time he comes up, that's how I feel. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to give him a chance because I'm gonna have to read this guy when his dad dies. I'm like, it just hasn't worked so far. So anyway, Joe Hill's great. Moving on. That would be Joseph Hillstrom King, like Joe, because he didn't want to be known as Joe King.
Right.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. His dad might have, or his parents might have wanted to rethink that. Let's see, Joe King. I can't see anything wrong with that. What's your name? Joe King. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm serious. What's your name? Bryce was wearing New Balance sneakers yesterday, Amber. I made a point to tell everybody I was going to tell you that.
Yeah, just because they're dad shoes doesn't mean that they're not becoming popular with young people.
Well, they'll be dads one day, I guess, right?
Listen, I wear Skechers. I'm not judging you.
I got old without knowing that Skechers were for old people. They're just comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Skechers too.
I don't care.
Yeah,
They're
well, there's
comfy.
also that. I never want to give a shit about what people thought about what I was wearing. But now it's all complicated. I have to match everything. I have purple glasses. I have blue,
That's
green,
because you
yellow,
buy,
orange.
yeah, so you buy everything in 12 colors.
Well, why did they make them if they didn't want me to buy them?
That's the only reason why it's complicated, though, because now you have to accessorize and match
Yes,
them.
I have to make sure my glasses and my shoes are both the same color. Not to mention my watch face. See, it gets really complicated.
It's hard to be fashionable, I know.
I'm just gonna go back to my orange sweatpants and my red hoodie and move on. Possibly construction.
Anyway,
So anyway, uh, yeah, I don't know if we're making 45 minutes. Dana, um, so he knew about her the whole time, and he let her get that close, or he just found out.
I
Which
don't really know.
He just found out.
Maybe it's because he
because
was
Lloyd kind of came.
distracted.
Yes, Lloyd like came stomping in the room. I thought she was dreaming at first, and they were like, "Nope, you're fucked." I'm like,
I
"Oh,
mean, maybe, I guess the whole thing, maybe Dana was only there for a few days, and it was while Flag was out with Nadine and just wasn't paying attention.
oh, that could have been." I like when he's like, "Oh yeah," and we think that the blonde guy was hanging out with Nick Andros, and we know where he is, and he's like, "And you sat here and fucking told me a goddamn status report."
Yeah, I love that.
Uh, I'm kind of with him though. Like all that shit kind of doesn't matter when you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah,
we have Julie Lowry back in the picture.
Oh God.
okay." So I read that page like 6 times. Was she going by a different name, and then she became Julie Laurie, or she just like it was like someone else was talking, and then all of a sudden the person talking turned into Julie, and I don't have that page in front of me, but it was like, oh, okay. But anyway, she's back. And I guess the moral of that story is Tom got the fuck out of Dodge just in time. So if Lloyd hadn't given him the status report first, would they have gotten?
That's what they were making it sound like.
Did the recording just restart?
No.
Okay.
I'm
It
on.
says it
I'm
did.
on.
My
What was that?
headphone. My headphone died, and it says it restarted on my side because the audio changed.
Oh, okay, yeah. It records separate audio and then combines them all at the end.
Oh, okay.
So we're all on our own like audio stream. I can actually download each one, and you can hear yourself talking and nobody else.
That's
I
cool.
did that.
Oh,
I did that once. It was weird because it could be seconds before you say anything, and then you're like, wait, what the fuck am I even talking about? But yeah, we're on 67 minutes. What's an hour and a half? Oh, we still got time. Shit. Uh, although getting close to my bedtime. Well, not yet. But getting close to my. I don't feel like doing anything anymore. Time. Yeah. So like they were totally sacrificed. Dana got. So, but to your point, if he's gone a couple of days, how did she get up that high that quick?
Well, Lloyd's not that smart.
How did she
He's
even
probably just
like?
horny.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, she,
but so he could have had anyone doing that. She can't be the first good-looking chick that like walked into Vegas. I mean, Julie was on. What did? Wait, what did they say? Put her head on Julie's body or something? Who was it? That was Flag, right? No, that was Lloyd.
No, that was Lloyd. Yeah, because it was. Yeah, I don't remember something about the way that I think the plan that they made. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Julie's on. Is she 18 yet? I can't remember.
I don't. I don't know.
don't know.
She's a little
Still too
troublemaker.
young. Still too young to be comfortable.
Well, not too young to be shooting at Phoebes and deaf mutes. You're
Right.
not to say Phoebe. I only say that because he was saying it. I
Say
don't like that.
what?
Phoebe. They kept calling Tom a Phoebe and a deaf mute.
Oh, a feeb, like feeble.
Yeah, like
I
feeble-minded.
probably not, but I've never really heard that.
Well, that's a good point too. It's not a thing that was actually in our vocabulary. Oh, so that makes it a Stephen Kingism. Put that up there with the chambray work shirt. So anyway, yeah, she got close. So Dana put one over on him, and then like I don't know, the next day, fucking Nadine puts one over on him. Oh, and by the way, Tom Cullen
I
escaped
thought
before he found out who he
the
was.
timeline was further apart than that. Like, I thought they found Dana, and then Flag went like back out into the desert and collected Nadine, because I don't think Nadine was there when Dana was there.
I thought, right, but he was gone when Dana was there, and when he came back, it was like, hey, she's a traitor killer. Like
Right.
Dana got where she was because he wasn't there.
Right.
hmm
But I think he's often not there. Like, I think he's out more than he's in Vegas.
Right. So well, he apparently can just like teleport wherever he feels like, as long as it's in America.
Yeah.
So I think, well, no, he showed up with Nadine, and then Dana dies. I think Nadine was there, but they didn't see each other. I don't know. But anyway, whatever the timeline is, you got Dana putting one over on him. You got Nadine just put one over on him, and then Tom puts one over on him. Things aren't looking good.
Yeah, that's what Lloyd is figuring out.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's
Well,
way
in
too
fact,
late for Lloyd. Like he says to I can't remember the guys that are deserting. Hey, okay, so that's a really bad plan. Let's tell the second in command we're getting the fuck out of Dodge.
yeah.
And
uh,
Lloyd's like, well, and Lloyd's like, well, they'll never make it. Fly's gonna kill them. And I'm like, okay, isn't Fly gonna kill you when you didn't tell him what they were doing?
I repeat, Lloyd's not very smart.
Although Lloyd seems to be somewhat bulletproof, because there was a point there where he was should have, maybe could have killed him. I mean, Jesus Christ, the traitor was sleeping with him, and he doesn't. And then Lloyd like Lloyd's like amped up, ready for it, and then he kind of relaxes when he realizes he's not going to kill him. Like maybe Flag's actually smart enough to know he needs somebody. And then what does he say? People were at the end. He's like, people are getting too used to Lloyd. He knows too many people. I might have to get rid of him. Something like that. He's getting too popular. You can't see. That's another rule when you're like the dictator. You can't have anybody more popular than
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was Lloyd I'm thinking of who had the thought of like. I could do better than him. I can't remember something like that.
It might have been. And that's what, they're like, hey, come with us. And he's like, as if. Let me count the reasons why I can't do that. It's almost like he was like, I would, but I just can't. I really want to, but I can't.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he's like, okay, this guy, I think, is starting to make some stupid fucking decisions. I mean, Christ, he put me in charge. What the fuck is wrong with him? Was the joke? I will not join any club that would have me as a member.
You're also putting a lot of faith in the fact that Flag is losing it because, like, I don't know, I would be afraid to be even thinking these things, let alone saying them out loud, like, even if he's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, when he's talking to that one guy, he's like this and that and this and that. I'm like, oh, man, do you really think he doesn't hear every word you're saying? Because I think he's hearing all of that right
Yeah, exactly.
now. And even the other guy's like, oh, maybe you shouldn't be. Well, just kind of shut up for a minute there. So I think I don't know. I think there's going to be a problem here between Lloyd and Flag. I feel like Lloyd's loyalty, despite his demonstrative proclamations, might not be all that it was. That's never good when you're starting to question your number one.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, let's also be real. What is a better option?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't think there's a problem. I just think that Flag is gonna kill Lloyd soon.
I don't think Lloyd knows that. I think Lloyd thinks he's somewhat safe, but I think Lloyd
Well,
thinks
I'll
there's a problem
repeat, he's
because
not that smart.
that's your go-to. You have to elaborate more on that. It's like
Because he's that, that scale where it's like wisdom versus confidence. He's at the very beginning where he's so confident and thinks he has all the wisdom, but really has like knows nothing.
like certain people we're related to think they're
It's
smarter than everybody.
probably someone. Excuse me. Probably. Oh my God. All people probably have people they're related to who are like that.
Well, yeah, you have to have some level of self-confidence. Just don't delude yourself.
Then the smarter you get, the more you realize there's so much more you don't know.
So, yeah, right. It takes a smart person to realize you don't know anything. There's a better way to say that. It takes a smart person to realize you don't know what you don't know. You know what you don't know. Yeah, Hurricane Debbie. I had to laugh. Like I've known that for years. Um, so yeah, Dana dies, puts one over on him. What happens after? Who takes? Okay, I'm just kind of ready to go to trash can man at this. He takes the eye off. Is that right?
I guess when he was having sex.
No. Trash can man.
Oh. Oh.
Doesn't he take the special necklace off?
I don't
Like,
know.
so he's like, oh crap, I
I
just
think,
blew all that shit up.
yeah, when he's like, I fucked up. I just wrecked a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not worthy. I'm going to go in the desert and kill myself.
No. Cibola. He's got a better plan. Redemption. He's gonna make it up to him. Is anybody else slightly uncomfortable with that plan?
Yeah, not really sure what the plan is.
Yeah, well, that's
And
a good point.
I don't
So,
trust the pyromaniac with these.
with a fucking or yeah, that's what that is, right? That big ass bomb that he just found. That was a nuke, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
A
actually.
warhead, he called it. I think. I
Yeah.
think a warhead's a nuke. It's gonna fuck shit up. So yeah, I don't know what his plan. He's just gonna bring it back there and say Merry Christmas, and they're all
Well,
gonna
like,
they're gonna scatter like ants.
how do you bring a warhead by yourself across the desert?
I just picture him riding one of them like,
M.
ooh, that spells get it across the desert. Like them trucks that have the rockets on them that you can drive. I just picture him sitting on one of them. He'd need a driver though if he was sitting on the rocket. But they're like mobile, freaking. I forget what they call. I don't know. That's what I picture, but it probably doesn't.
I
Well,
wasn't
he's
even really thinking about it. I was just like, whatever, you're just gonna get there with it.
he's gonna be. It's gonna be. I mean, he's gonna be like marching into town. Somewhat, you know, it's going to be an event because everybody there now has orders to kill him on sight.
I forgot about that.
So he's like, sure, you can kill me, but you're also going to you know.
That is kind
Well,
of a smart move, yeah. He's like, come at me.
right. Come within 15 miles of me.
Hmm.
What was I think?
More than that, probably.
Yeah.
I think Hiroshima. It's weird that they detonated in the air. The bomb doesn't even hit the ground. It's like 10 miles up. It blows up in the atmosphere. But I don't know how big is a city. Like more than 10 miles, that's for sure. And those were the small ones. They made much bigger ones since then. So I guess that's a smart plan. Well, I mean, why go back at all at this point? Well,
He wants
Because he's all
redemption.
he knows.
yeah, he feels a kinship because he fucked it up, but they were the only people that ever treated him like whatever he said, friends or equals, or shook his hand and all.
It's like when you're trying to nurse a wild animal and things are going well, but then they have like a lash out all of a sudden and they didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
and then you're like, should I even do this? Yeah, except the lash out killed half the fucking town, and they have no pilots left.
Well, you know.
It's a learning experience. He's still training. We'll put him in. We'll put him in the crate. I mean, he went from eccentrically amusing to holy crap, this guy's dangerous.
He's always been dangerous. I mean, there were just no other people around when he did the other shit.
Well, I guess he did blow up oil derricks the minute we met him. So okay, I guess that is a point. Um, I thought he was adorable, but
I again, he just reminds me of like a wounded wild animal. Like, yeah, I think there's a possibility he could be nursed back to health, for lack of a better word, but he's very dangerous and has a lot of capability to hurt people.
yeah, he's a lot like a wounded animal because you can't trust him. Can't be, can't tame a lion.
Definitely have a feeling that, like, as much as he loves Flag and wants to, like, go back into his good graces and bring him this gift of a freaking warhead, gonna be part of his undoing. I'm hoping.
Um, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how like. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make it back and blow himself up on the way.
That's also true.
Be like, was it Larry was passing by Indiana and the whole place blew up because he was blowing up the oil derrick, blew himself up. I still don't know how he lived out of that because he was standing on one when they started to blow up. The bricks of language: a stone, a leaf, an unfound door. Oh, come on, you added. I mean, that's straight out of uh, Doorway Cave,
Yeah.
Yeah,
where the Manning were. Isn't that what the door said
yeah.
on it
So,
or something?
wasn't it, the leaf was the rose or something?
You know,
A
I
rose.
mixed it up and I didn't.
that's a good point. I wonder if this existed before the rose. Maybe he didn't add that in. Maybe he stole it for himself.
I wonder if I feel like I don't feel like doing that right now, but I feel like I wrote that in my notes when we read Dark Tower. 'Cause I was like, what does it say?
Yeah, it definitely said. I think it does say a rose. It definitely doesn't say a leaf. Just hold on. Let me call Robert. Be like, a leaf and an unfound door. What the hell? She's like, oh yeah, he did that. Go to book 3, page 247, paragraph. I'd like to hang out with Robert just so I'd never run out of stuff to say to
Yeah, for questions to ask.
her. Questions that. Well, yeah, wouldn't want to be that guy, but just talk. Obviously, we can talk about Stephen King for a long. Although those of us who know him call him Steve and his wife Tabby. I wonder what the tour's like these days.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't think I'm gonna bother. I wasn't that impressed with our private tour.
I, yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we need to do it again, but I liked it.
Okay, yeah, maybe I should reword that. It was cool, but it's like at this point we know everything he does, so there's
Yeah, I
no
felt
new
like we were just,
information
it was like a
coming.
peer tour. We were just like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, this is the place for this. And last time we heard that bit, like,
yeah. And wasn't this where he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I was like, and what about that? He's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So yeah,
mm-hmm,
he was probably ready to get rid of us too.
mm-hmm.
I think I had a Subway sub with onions because I do that when I'm in Maine, and I brought it in the car, and then I was like, shit, I should have done that because now the car smells like onions. So I like sat there the whole time while we did the tour. He was like, oh, I bet he loves me right now. But it's he's on Facebook all the time. He made. Did I show you guys that? He made some iron sculpture. I forget what it was. It was really cool.
Hmm.
Um, Stephen King related. Now that I said that out loud, I can't remember what the hell it was. I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I think I don't know. Do we have stuff we didn't talk about yet?
What were we talking
I was on.
about?
I'm on 65, but we kind of jumped all over the place. So flag 65 is flags. He can't figure out who the third is, except that cryptic MOON that spells moon.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. Oh, there it is. The earliest memory he could now be sure of was walking south on US 51, heading toward Mountain City and the home of Kit Bradenton. Oh, that's not the kid. Bradenton was the one that got possessed or something. And still, that wasn't that long ago. Of being born again. So yeah, this guy's like Toadash or something. He's a Toadash.
It's also interesting to like Pennywise never described like losing memory and then being born again. So it's like if this guy is evil, is there someone else who's like controlling him?
Well, yeah, you could see the same about Pennywise.
No, but like Pennywise got to keep his memories. Well, I guess did he actually? No, he did mention he didn't remember something.
Well, even if flag, like that's biological. It's just the way he was made. Like Pennywise gets to stay.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Pennywise goes
true.
to sleep for 20 fucking years. So it same. I mean,
Yeah.
this kid remembers eating people before. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know my point. I think I'd rather be flag and pretend it was all new every time.
I mean, he's having fun for sure.
Yeah, he's a big whistler. So they are getting ready to send the jets, except Trash took care of that.
So where we stand right now is Larry and Stu and uh I don't remember the other two.
Glenn and
Go,
Ralph.
yeah, Ralph are on their way to Vegas.
I feel like
Trash is
those are the
on
ones that are gonna die because they don't matter.
Trash is on his way with the nuke, and Flag is expecting them all. Like he knows they're coming.
He just found
And
out. He didn't know. That's another thing that he did fucked up.
well, yeah.
His magic eye told him no one was coming, and then he asked it again, and I was like, actually, I was kidding.
Well, yeah. It says I just read that sentence. They were coming for reasons he could not fathom. They were actually coming. So he
That
was like, he said, or Nadine had told the truth, so he didn't believe Nadine.
and that's what I'm saying. Like he's like, wait, why the fuck are they coming after me?
Well, I think
Because
he's thinking they have no chance. What are they doing?
well, yes,
Yeah.
of course he's thinking that, but they could have just not, well, they actually couldn't have, but they don't know that because he's trying to blow them up with what does he say? Little anthrax for Christmas and
Yeah.
something else. He's trying to get to the fucking infectious disease room. I was like, oh God, I never even thought of that. That's a terrifying. Well, not any worse than what already happened to the world, I guess. But, like the 15 people that are left are going to get a bunch of diseases. Uh, but that's what happened in the first place. Somebody got in the disease room and let it out. I feel like they should have just broke all them vials anyway, because then everybody would be immune to it that's left. Like,
All the vials in the infectious disease room?
yeah, I mean, Trips is
You
already out there. Let's just get it all at once. Fuck it.
no. Just because you're immune to trips doesn't mean you're immune to the other ones.
But by the time like they spread to where you are, it'll be all
I
I don't
don't.
think that's how that works.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Why would
right.
you want to risk killing the rest of the people who are alive?
Because I don't want it to go off randomly when I don't really want it to. Like all that stuff is sitting there unmanned. Like, and I've seen life after people. I know what happens when you don't take care of shit.
Are you talking about the missiles?
No, I'm talking about the whatever, the diseases in the vials.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, destroy them. I don't know how.
No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding, but I like it's a terrifying thought to like think that nobody's taking care of them.
Well, that was part of what I meant too. Like they're not planning anything other than making a committee and turning the power back on. They're not thinking
Yeah,
about all of the things they should be thinking about.
like Wi-Fi. I mean, geez, the power is great, but I mean, we're talking about what is this, 1990s TV? Oh my goodness, we were just getting started. This is 80s TV. I hope you got some VHS tapes, because that's all you're watching. DVDs weren't like they were after CDs, and they were like what 88? I think.
DVDs started in '88.
No, CDs were like
Oh.
CDs were like 86. DVDs were later than that because they had to figure out how to get that 4.7 gigs on one disc.
Yeah, I feel like DVDs were like early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Were they that late? Wow. We had VHS till early 2000s.
It was all VHS in the '90s, from what I remember.
Damn. Yeah, I had my two VCRs so I could tape my VHS tapes that I rented from Blockbuster.
Be careful, they'll
Anyway,
come find you.
let's see. Oh, I know, right? Well, they all had that. So the secret on the VHS tapes, they would block you from recording it because they had this little cutout on the top that if you hit it, then you couldn't. It did something that the machine wouldn't record. So if you put Scotch tape over it, it would work again.
Ha!
So their
That's
big
funny.
fancy security measures were fixed with Scotch tape. It's great. Um, but I almost am amazed that I was ever able to watch some of that stuff because now it seems so fucking blurry when I try to watch it. I can't even focus on it. I'm like, holy crap. And I remember saying, like, HD, great, because I need to see the tears on the guy's face. I don't need HD. Now I'm like, how the fuck did I watch that shit without it? It's pretty amazing. There was something on Hulu from like the 80s. I was trying to watch and I turned it off. I was like, I couldn't even like, I could see like, do you guys remember? Probably not. Um, it's a cartoon with John Lovitz. He was a shrink, but the way it was animated, the people shook and like had wiggly lines the whole time. It was so annoying. That's what the um, show looked like. So they got the power on, but they haven't really thought much other than that.
Including managing things like file, weapon, or whatever.
Yeah, Colorado has don't they have that super mountain that has an army base in it? And I can't think of what it's called
I don't know.
for the like apocalypse. So I feel like a place like that would like probably have some infectious diseases hanging out. So there's I can't think of what it's called. I think one of the Dean Koontz books. It's like something happens in there.
Well, I've read a book that had like a CDC base. I don't know if that's fact or not, but
Maybe they should have went somewhere where there wasn't a bunch of vials. Anyway, Fly's gonna take care of that problem. He's got his A team on it, so we have no doubt that it's gonna go flawless.
a team that's losing their mind.
Yeah. Oh, who do you mean, Trash? Yeah. Lloyd
Who
doesn't
did
have
you
much to
mean?
lose. Well, I meant
Lloyd?
everybody. Yeah. Oh, his like inner circle. His inner circle's on it, so no worries because they're all so reliable. I guess Lloyd's a good shoulder. Just don't ask him to think. He'll do what you tell him now. And Flag was just like, Lloyd was like, "Hey, trash can man, what the fuck?" And he was like, "All right, kill him. I tried, fuck it." Like, well,
Yeah.
damn. Like, okay, maybe if you were that, you know, ready for him to fuck up, then maybe you shouldn't have done it in the first. Just saying. He was like, "Well, I tried. I thought. What did he say? Like, I thought I would get a little longer out of him, but oh well." Yeah, and then like you said, Amber, Julie's back. This whole like second half of this reading was just a bunch of people getting one over on Floyd. Floyd.
Lloyd.
Fuck is his name? Flag.
That's like their ship name.
Yeah, that's their combo name. Flag and Lloyd becomes Floyd. Because like Julie's like, oh hey, yeah, that, and I don't know, sending a 6 foot big dumb blonde guy. I feel like he would stand out, and there would have been somebody that recognized him before Julie. Like, hey, wasn't he the guy that was with the super important guy that you were trying to kill?
What it sounded like though, once they were actually in Boulder, Tom wasn't really hanging with Nick as much. Like he was just kind of at his house.
That's also true. It seemed like they went their separate ways. Tom was busy playing with his matchboxes. They should have put him in the committee. That would. And so yeah, and I guess that's where we stand. Tom's on his way back.
Nadine and Harold are dead.
Nadine, Harold got used up. Nadine got used up too. Kind of just it's like Trash Can Man. It's like I thought I'd get a little longer out of her, at
Yeah.
least till the kid was born. Trash is up to something. Lloyd's just Lloyd. Our four, I haven't. Once our four heroes started walking, I never went back to them. Like I don't want to know what the hell they're up to. I guess that's coming. Like hey, like they've been out there for a while. It feels like, or I sure read a whole lot of shit since we last talked to them.
Well, like we said, it takes a while to walk there.
How long does it take? Like, oh yay, oogle yay. Oh then what's the whole? Oh, this then Lloyd gets. Oh yeah, Lloyd got drunk and loose flipped. I think I'm good. Are we missing anything? Where do we stop? 71.
Yeah, the last thing was just Flag reflecting on the situation.
Yeah, whatever. Uh, 70 up. Highlight for you.
I will say again, we picked a spot where it was like a perfect ending before the next part. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just really good at ending chapters, so they're all perfect endings.
Yeah, I guess that's probably it too.
Oh yeah, it ends with him sending the eye out. They're like, oh, they are coming. Okay, all right. Don't know.
So,
Okay, weird. What are they, stupid? But
right,
okay.
exactly. Yeah, he's like, I'm here
Like,
waiting.
you're making this easy on me. Hey, cancel the jet fighters. They're on their way. Yeah. So now we don't have to. Yeah. Now it's the end of the book, right? What are we on? 1140. That's 1326. Wait. 1189 of 1326. That's what I got. Oh, so we're like 150 to the end. Shit. It's gonna be an easy one. Anybody got anything?
I don't think so. I'm just excited for our final battle that we've been waiting for this whole time. All 1,400 or whatever pages.
It has been a long ride. It just feels longer than the tower somehow. Or not longer, just I don't know, more of a drag. I guess because the tower is just a bunch of books because it kept starting over again.
I
This
have to
one's like,
disagree. I don't think it felt longer than the tower, but that's just me.
well, right. I mean, obviously no. We did the tower I think for a year straight. But,
Um,
it's one long damn book, and it could have been longer. There's a lot more ways to go. Like he could
Oh, I
have just wrote
know.
nothing but like the stand offshoots for the next 10 years.
Or he could have done another series. Well, yeah, that's the same thing I go with.
Lazy fucker. Why didn't he? Like he was writing something else. Um, and he's not good at sequels. We all know that. Or not. He doesn't like doing sequels until they're like 50 years later.
He has to have time to think about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's a sequel guy. So when he writes it, he's like, nope, enough of that. And then he goes through AA, and he's like, well, what if Danny went through that? And then Danny becomes Dan Torrance. I'm like, I don't think I like that. Oh, the movie wasn't bad, but the book was better because the movie doesn't tell you all the shit that's going on.
I think even if you take it away out of the Shining universe, it's pretty good. Or maybe if you take it out, it's better.
I maybe that's probably the way I would say that. I wouldn't have made that a sequel. I'd have just made that a one. I like Rose the Hat, and I like the idea of eating their psychic energy and the shit
The
they
story,
did to that kid in the. Wait, has everybody read that?
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
been long enough.
yeah.
The shit they did to the kid in the baseball uniform is pretty tough to
Yeah, we
read.
watched that scene recently.
Yeah, yeah, and the more it hurts, the better it tastes, or something like that. So they want them to suffer as much as possible. Like, oh,
Well, that's what I mean. The story is really creepy, classic Stephen King, got lots of cool mind stuff going on. Like, it doesn't have to
hmm
be a Shining thing.
yeah, you're right. It didn't have to at all. It shouldn't have been. Should have just been. He probably wrote it was like, hey, that would be a sequel, huh? Right here, make that a sequel. And then he probably like went on to rewrite, retrofitted it. Okay, what's in 2 weeks? What's today? The fifth, fourth, fifth,
Yes. Yeah.
Monday
The
the fifth.
19th? Hey, the 19th.
Oh,
Well,
we'll have to do it that day.
yeah, but that'll be Monday then, I think.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do the 19th. Weekends are hard. I hate doing nights because I get so damn tired. But whatever. Um, okay, then we'll see you on the 19th. Everybody, end of the podcast for real this time. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Um,
Bye.